All right, personal reading alert is going to be Wolfpack6 somewhere here on the screen. How my personal readings work is if it fits for one in the collective, it could fit for multiples on the tree branch. If you'd like your own personal reading, just cassieThings@gmail.com. It's also in the heading of my bio of my YouTube channel. If you came here from TikTok, hi, I missed you. What's up? All right, let's get a reading for Wolfpack6. And Tupac may be significant, only because it just started playing in the background. Could be important for you. Also, New York. New York may be important for you. Something with the Appalachian Mountains, the history there. Look into it if you have not. Most High, please channel through me so we can get a reading for Wolfpack6. May use a lot of lip balm. They have like that man lip balm too, like. Oh, okay, we've got the star that came out. It's Major Arcana. So you've balanced out a lot in your life. You've had a lot of clarity too about people surrounding you. You've had a lot of chaos involved with relationships. 123 on the timer. Also, 233. So the number 33 is going to be very significant. Threes are extremely significant. If you see a lot of threes, it's your ancestors saying, hey, look into this. Red checkers may be significant, like red plaid. You've had a string of unhealthy, toxic relationships here. People with false love offers that kind of destroyed the communities that you were a part of. Friendships. Basically, when you lost these relationships, you lost a lot more in the process. And there was always a tower that you did a good job at, like, navigating whenever these relationships would fail. You always started over. Always. You did it with ease. At least people thought it looked like it was with ease because you have a big heart. So you were always going after the heart space, which may also be Wolfpack6. Why you've gone through so many trials and tribulations with relationships. You may have a lot of friends as well that were very protective over. You would have given the shirt off your back for these people. And they were always half in, half out. You probably figured this out along the way. You sat in Queen of Pentacles energy, even after all these heartbreaks. Yeah. Not always knowing which direction to go. Do I go left? Do I go right? Having your world turned upside down and rebuilding a couple times. Difficult journey. You may have wanted to give up on love at some point, but you couldn't. You just couldn't. You were going after that 10 of Cups no matter which situation. And you may have fell for some, I almost said Jezebel spirits. 313 on the timer. You may have felt for some false high priestesses out there that were claiming to be filled with light and love, or portraying themselves to be, and they weren't. They really knocked you off balance here. They, for a while, because of these situations, even though you emotionally were very regulated and you received a lot of personal judgment, like you built yourself, like pulled yourself from the bootstraps a couple times because of this clarity. Like it helped you see your way through, realizing that you weren't always the problem. It was the people you were surrounding yourself with and the false people that really betrayed themselves to have the 10 of Cups heart mentality, going after that, expanding that heart space that weren't. Made you hesitant. Birds are going to be very significant for you, as well as trees. Trees are very significant for you as well. Yeah. So while you were down and out, you also came across a distorted high priestess at one point. This is someone who claimed to be a very strong, respected leader, very responsible, very in their heart space. You're torn. That's a 7, by the way. The Hangman is card 7. You were very torn on what to do. Like, you were trying to figure out if this was going to be a person like all the others. If this was your yin to your yang. If this is someone that could guide you in the right direction. And the devil just flew and almost hit the phone. It just like popped right on a silver box. silver may be significant for you. Yeah, so you had all these attachments, and it's almost like the devil with these attachments, these chains you can completely break, was like looking at all of this situation. It's like you always had something tying you. It could be property, assets, children. It was always weight above your head. There was something that was chained, that you were chained to, that was always weight above your head, like looking over all of this situation, like a dark situation, a dark passenger. And it's not even in relation to you, it's just there. It actually kind of kept you in one location. And this is actually what took away some opportunities from you. But you made the best of it. With this Six of Wands, you made the best of the fact that you were stuck and stagnant after this distorted High Priestess came into your life. Caused you to be very indecisive about the whole thing. But you really tried to make it work. You came out of as the King of Wands here. You approached it in a very compassionate way. You tried to see the good and the bad, like the pros and the cons. You maybe even wanted to make a list of the pros and the cons in this situation. But you had some truths revealed, and it's coming out like two wolves howling at the moon. That's kind of overseeing like the road, the pathway that's between two pillars that are solid pillars, been there for a long time. You've got this lobster trying to come out from the ocean right behind these wolves. It's almost like truths that you didn't know were there, sitting on this Ace of Pentacles that, again, assets, financial abundance, home, resources. It's like there was, again, it goes back to what was tying you, what was binding you to this situation or a location, thought process. So with these truths that were revealed here, and it could have been about this distorted High Priestess that you were involved with, because again, you came out as the King of Wands. You were like balancing all this out. This truth, this clarity being revealed, maybe even this High Priestess being seen for who they really were, allowed you to emotionally break that bondage. 7:30 on the timer. It allowed you to break this bondage and maybe even look at yourself differently. Like, I knew it wasn't me. I knew it. Now everybody else can see it. Emotionally, it started regulating you. So you were able to ride these waves in a balanced way. Like, the waves were still crashing, but they weren't touching you emotionally and your heart space, because you were like, I knew the day would come that people would see this person for how they really are. And it really helped crack open that heart space. Yeah. And because this person was lying. They were selfish. Very, very, very selfish. And definitely hoarding. It's almost like hoarding. It almost came off like hoarding assets, like hoarding something that could actually benefit your future in a way. That could be anything. It could, hoarding something and being selfish and greedy. It could have been emotions too. Because you came out very emotional in this, and it's almost like this distorted High Priestess. Oh, also my eye just twitched, and it doesn't normally twitch, so that could be significant and relevant for you. Take it how it resonates. It's almost like they were hoarding and being selfish with their emotions to try and like knock you out of this King of Cups energy, because it's like, as long as someone could get like you to be seen in the way this distorted High Priestess was, then maybe their reputation can come back. Maybe they wouldn't look so bad. But no, you kept sitting in this King of Cups energy. But eventually you were like, I can't keep doing this. Emotionally, this is not what I'm here for. This is not what I wanted. This is not what I offered to the world. You felt very alone here. Again, but you were balancing these emotions. Now, you did go from the King of Cups to kind of a Page of Cups, because regardless of everything, I mean, it still knocked you a couple pegs down emotionally. You were wrecked, but you held it very strong. You held it very solid. Yeah, and you stopped being confused. You stopped allowing this distorted High Priestess to like manipulate you make you kind of seem like you were doing something wrong, when in fact, like, you were really pouring a lot out in this situation. You weren't trying to do anything bad. You were trying to move forward for the betterment of all of the whole family, both of you. It's very apparent here. Yeah, even through the heartbreak. So Knight of Cups came out. So, all right. Another 7. 7s are very significant for you. 10:30 on the timer. Ah, all right. So you got over that relationship. You finally said, okay, no, I'm going after love in a very different capacity. I'm going to be more cautious about who I allow into my energy, into my life. And you came out as the Emperor here. You took heavy action, probably getting away from these energies as much as possible in any way that you could. And you didn't battle them. You just simply cared about you, worked on you, focused on your life. And this was like the best thing you ever did, because you came out as an Emperor energy here. You started gaining support and momentum in your own life. Maybe even your career. Very, very balanced out. Yeah, it was your justice. It balanced out very heavily. Because you worked on you. And you got away from this devil energy. This distorted person who was actually trying to convince you that you were the problem. Ah, a relationship, marriage, celebration, very stable, very stable, very balanced, very stable. Right after your justice, which your justice was like union with yourself, breaking free from these chains. This may have intimidated you a little bit at the time, because you were probably worried that this person would be like the rest, but you actually, this was very balanced emotionally, maybe even financially, physically. Like, you didn't have to carry these thoughts, these things on your own. With the 10 of Wands, like, this person took action with you. It was very like, what's that song? It just came to mind. It's an Ed Sheeran song. In the music video, they're dancing. I can't think of the song because what popped into my head was the music video. Something about legs. Okay, anyways. So this made you look at your betrayals differently. All the people that you dated before, and you were like, okay, this is very strange. Because it's not that you changed your mind on these past relationships and thought that these people were just absolutely worthless, but you started seeing what a real Empress kind of looks like. And this person that you connected with, they were an Empress in the making. Like, their energy was that of an Empress. 1303 on the timer. And this card is a 3. But they were like holding down their own, there's a tree there too. So trees are very significant for you. They were holding down their own. They emotionally were in very, very good, healthy, beautiful energy, a light. They held a light in their hands, see that? And it's like not even who they fully were yet, but yeah, this was another 3 right on top of your Empress. Huge celebration. Pumpkins may be relevant. And grapes. This is a lover situation. Right on top of the Emperor. It flew out. Lovers and the 2 of Wands. So this kind of changed your whole life, because you saw this person as like, oh my gosh, this is the one. I'm getting that one right there's my cookie. I don't know why I said cookie. Maybe you like cookies. This person, this is the one. Magic wand, like that one. Pull her in. Put me in, coach. I'm going after that one. But you are also sitting in 9 of Pentacles energy. You started really getting back up there with your finances, with your stability, again, because you went through the ringer with these other relationships and you figured out kind of what you don't want. And then this Empress shows up and you're already sitting in this Emperor energy. It's just what you needed at the time, matching pair, Emperor, Empress. Quickly turned into a relationship and or a marriage. And you just knew. They helped you a lot through your transformations. This person helped you grow your heart space a lot. Big transformations. And you and them are both sitting in this 9 of Pentacles energy. Ah, a beautiful chapter with the Wheel of Fortune here. All 4 earth elements present. Reading, books, heavy on the action, protection. And then the Queen of Swords pops up. Yeah, this is kind of everything you were looking for. And spiritually, this person is really in the middle of all of this. It's like this spiritual pathway is really upholding all of this extra, all of these old traumas, all of the old situations that you guys both experienced together. It's being upheld by the spiritual card right here. The 3 of Wands is a very spiritual path. When I see this card, it usually does signify, like, especially after the Death card with transformation, you have huge insurmountable changes in pathways, and it's right underneath all of that, and it's card 3 again. Yeah. This is a person where you don't feel like you have to leave a situation because your cups are being spilled. It's very stacked cups. You feel very good about this. You don't have to overthink about the situation. You don't have to wonder here because your cups are filled again. Now, there is a decision coming up with your spiritual path and journey. The moons are going to be irrelevant. It's about a home. 10 of Pentacles reversed. Hands are dry. Maybe your hands are dry. Put some notion on. Yeah. Right now there's no action on this home here. And of course a 10 of Pentacles could be something more than just a home. I'm reading it as this could be a home. But it is it's the highest form of finances you can get here, or stability, foundation. It's the things that in the material realm here. And there's not fast and quick action here, but it showed up right on top of the Devil. You got to take action on this. And you've got a Queen of Cups reversed over here. This is something that is hindering your love emotionally here. And you are being guided to look at this, rest on this decision, because this fell out right on the 2 of Swords here. Really think, go within. Rest on this, because there will be a decision coming up. And with the 8 of Wands, this is like coming in quick. Yeah. Because it essentially, what just came up was the 7 of Pentacles reversed. You technically would be hindering almost your own future pathway with these resources, with the things that you could accomplish by not taking action here. And it's also showing that with that distorted Queen of Cups, you've got a distorted Queen of Wands all sitting here on this lover situation. Whatever this is, it could really help you. Could really help you. Yeah, because there's illusions and lies regarding generosity, balance of funds here. And that's the 6 of Pentacles. That's giving. That's giving coin here, which of course this is about generosity with energy, with finances, with resources, with a lot of things. But there's lies and illusions with this distorted Queen of Cups and this distorted Queen of Wands here. Right on top of that, and the Hierophant slipped out, right? The Hierophant is the same as the High Priestess card. So you've got a situation that you're going to make a decision on coming up. This could be in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. It feels like it's definitely going to be this year, for sure. And you've got a decision coming up with this 10 of Pentacles reverse situation. There's something out there that's attached to you, probably your relationship as well. You're sitting at a Page of Pentacles here, right? That's like a chapter 1, as it is stability, finances, resources. But really, in all regard, you should have this, which will in turn turn all of the hard work you've done, it'll turn it upright. But again, this decision is about lies and illusions painted regarding this situation. So, and this Knight of Wands flew right on top of the Devil. Something chaining you, something binding you. You may be fearful of going after this. It may be like, do we take the leap of faith? Do we really do this? There's also another 3 of Pentacles flew out right on top of, above all of it in the dead center, right above the Page of Pentacles. This is relationship, marriage. There's something here. Long-term commitment, long-term stability, long-term stability. And you've got Temperance that came out reversed. Balancing it out because it's not balanced right now. There are cups of yours. There are pentacles of yours that need to be have the strength to do it, that need to be fought for. And it's almost like that's where this decision's coming from. So that's your past and upcoming future as it pertains to this situation. Not about a future love reading or anything. That is just about up and coming for the future. Definitely feels like it's this year.